to the Constitution. The purpose of the Bill of Rights is to protect the rights of the people from the federal government, and the Anti-Federalists demanded a Bill of Rights before ratifying the Constitution. The First Amendment provides the freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and the freedom of petition. The 14th provides the right of due process or equal protection under the law. The Second guarantees the rights of all citizens to keep and bear arms. The Third Amendment provides protection against soldiers quartering in private homes without the consent of the owner. And the Fourth Amendment protects citizens against unreasonable searches and seizures. The Fifth Amendment includes 5 important provisions, which include due process, indictments, double jeopardy, self-incrimination, and eminent domain. The Sixth requires the accused to be told of their charges along with a speedy and public trial with a lawyer. The Eighth forbids excessive bail and fines. The Seventh Amendment provides a jury in civil trials which exceed $20. The Ninth Amendment provides rights not mentioned in the Constitution, such as the right to privacy. The 10th provides the states the power the federal government does not have stated in the Constitution, and the 13th outlawed slavery. The 15th Amendment grants African American suffrage to men only. The 17th allowed senators to be chosen directly by the voter. The 19th Amendment grants women's suffrage. The 23rd Amendment grants citizens in Washington, D.C. the rights to vote for the president and the vice president. The 24th Amendment outlawed poll taxes, and the 26th Amendment set the national voting age to 18. The 11th Amendment allowed lawsuits against the state will no longer be heard in federal court. The 12th Amendment changed the process for electing presidents and vice presidents. The 16th Amendment established a federal income tax. The 18th Amendment prohibited the production, sale, and transport of alcohol. The 20th Amendment changed the dates for inauguration from March to January. The 21st Amendment repealed the 18th Amendment. The 22nd Amendment limited the president to only 2 terms in office. The 25th Amendment provides succession to the office of presidency in the event of death or incapability. The 27th Amendment stops Congress from having pay raises, and they only take effect until after the next election. Expanding the First Amendment. Or what is the First Amendment? The First Amendment protects 5 basic freedoms of United States citizens, those freedoms being the freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and the freedom of petition. Expanding the First Amendment. In the Supreme Court case Tinker v. Des Moines, the freedom of speech was expanded to include symbolic speech such examples include but aren't limited to articles of clothing, headwear, and jewelry. Limiting the First Amendment. In the Supreme Court case Schneck v. United States, the freedom of speech was limited during a time of war. The ruling was speech that declares clear and present danger isn't protected by the Constitution. Limiting the First Amendment in school. The Supreme Court case Bethel v. Fraser, the freedom of speech was limited for students during school. The ruling was that school had the right to censor student speech.
Boom.